Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal, and in the next expansion of Dragonflight, the newest class introduced to World of Warcraft is the Dracthyr Evoker, a draconic class focused on channeling the powers of the Dragonflights to either chill and burn their foes as the deadly devastation spec, or to mend your allies' wounds with the playstyle of preservation. And on the alpha, players have already started exploring the potential of our favorite classes going forward into the next expansion, the Evoker class included. And some have even found a few builds for the Evoker that may make him potentially a powerful option for PvP content heading into Dragonflight. Unless this class sees some major changes and tuning, which it likely will. So today I want to showcase the Dracthyr one-shot build that players have been able to discover for both the healing and the damage specs of this class. Since we are still in the early alpha, there's a good chance this class will go through a lot of changes. No classes are ever tuned during the alpha, so please don't start planning on maining the Dracthyr Evoker for PvP with this video alone. This is just a fun combination that's currently possible in the early alpha build. But right before we get into the carnal power of the Evoker class, most of you guys watching these videos are still not subscribed. However, the more of you are reminded, the more of you do. So let's keep it going. Subscribe to the channel as well as to the bell if you're watching these videos anyway, especially if you want to get regular updates about the next World of Warcraft expansion of Dragonflight. The class of Evoker has a singular ability that will be focused on for this build. That spell is a Living Flame. Living Flame can either be used to assail your foes with fiery magic or to cauterize your allies' wounds, making this spell very versatile. And right now in the alpha, Living Flame also deals very high base damage, which will likely get adjusted in future builds. But for now, just know that this spell hits pretty hard from the get-go. For the build of Devastation Evoker, we'll be running as many talents to supercharge Living Flame to create a very deadly burst combination. In the class tree, we'll pick up talents like Enkindled for even more raw Living Flame damage. We will also grab the talent of Suffused with Power in order to increase our overall magic output. Next, we talent into Scarlet Adaptation in order to store a portion of our self-healing as potential damage. The Evoker is a hybrid class, and it has a lot of tools to help you and your allies recover in health. In the PvP situation, you can focus on surviving, and that healing can help you turn the tide against your target with major aggression. The talent of Terror in the Skies can help you land a stun on an unsuspecting target to help lock him down for a moment, but you can also use the talent of Sleepwalk in order to control the enemy for a short amount of time, letting you set up your biggest burst combination. The talent of Tip the Scales can help you set up some powerful combos. Some of the strongest Evoker magic can be empowered, which means the longer you cast those spells, the stronger they get. Tip the Scales lets you unleash the maximum effect of those such spells without having to wait for the empowerment mechanic, turning them into fully charged, instant cast spells. In the Devastation talent tree, we'll focus on both the red and the blue magic. starting with the Ruby Affinity to make all red spells do more damage. We will also pick up Engulfing Blaze talent, which will buff the damage of Living Flame significantly, while slightly reducing its casting speed. This nerf to casting isn't really a problem if we utilize our crowd control to cover for that slower cast. Over on the blue side, we'll pick up Eternity Surge as a very powerful empowerment ability as part of our one-shot combination, as well as Focusing Iris for bonus damage amp. We will also pick up the talent of Dragon Rage as well as the talent of Ruin. And together, Dragon Rage will allow our mastery to maintain its full value against all foes independent of their health bar. The Devastation Evoker Mastery causes you to do more damage to targets that are less injured, scaling. This means that your highest damage output will happen against targets that are completely undamaged. This combination of talents allows us to maintain a full value of our damage amps without having to adjust for enemy health values. Before you set up for this burst, you need to stack up the Scarlet Adaptation buff, which can be either stacked by healing an ally or healing yourself after you have taken a bit of damage. Once maxed out, you can then turn the attention on the enemy target and deal some incredibly powerful bursts. We will also use Tip the Scales ahead of time to help prep for our burst. Control the enemy target with the stun or the Sleepwalker incapacitation effect. Then use Dragon Rage in order to buff your damage output. In some cases, you may be able to use Disintegrate to stack up a small damage buff on our target. And for the damage burst, cast Living Flame into an Eternity Surge, which should be instant cast from Tip the Scales, to absolutely wipe out the enemy target. This burst is so powerful and potent, you can technically one-shot the enemy with a Living Flame alone as long as you crit. But putting Living Flame together with Eternity Surge does help set up this combination to be a little bit more deadly and more of a guaranteed one-shot go. The healing spec of the Evoker can also unleash a ton of burst damage with a lot more of hybrid focused tools, and in some cases can actually be even more devastating. Like before, we'll pick up Enkindled as well as Suffused with Power in order to amplify our overall damage. And we'll also be picking up Scarlet Adaptation for even more burst output. The talent of Sleepwalk is also recommended in order to help establish control. However, in the preservation tree, we don't have too many damage-oriented options, but the few tools that we do have are quite powerful when used together. Life Force Mender allows Living Flame to do more damage based on your maximum health, and Call of Ysera will greatly amplify the damage or healing of your Living Flame whenever you rescue an ally. The talent of Rescue gets picked up automatically with Scarlet Adaptation and will cause you to swoop to a nearby ally and mend their wounds. So for this burst, just like before, you'll need to have a friendly target take a bit of damage for you to heal him in order to set up your burst go. Set up the crowd control on the target with either the stun or the incapacitate so they can't go anywhere. You rescue to a nearby friendly target, followed by Living Flame. If Living Flame crits, this ability can be a guaranteed one-shot every single time, though utilizing the stun breath combo into Living Flame is also just as successful. And that's going to be everything we got regarding the Evoker and the one-shot build currently playable in the Dragonflight Alpha. There's a high chance that this build is going to go through a lot of changes and updates before the final release or even the beta. None of the classes in the alpha right now are properly tuned just yet, so to expect the Evoker class to be released with this type of damage is unrealistic, though you never really know which direction Blizzard is going to take this brand new class. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this burst build for the Evoker? And what other classes do you think I should try over on the alpha? Do you have any playstyles you recommend me to try? Definitely check out the links below in the description of this video, because Discord has to be the easiest way to reach me directly. You can always send me your builds in a DM for me to try on stream or in a video at a later time, or write your builds in the comments down below. As per always, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative, gotta give it a thumbs up, I would very much appreciate it. And as always, in the description of every single video and live stream, we have a link to our Discord community channel, probably the best place to reach out to me directly in case you want to let me know what you thought about this video update, or hang out with the rest of the members of the community discussing these recent Dragonflight updates. join our Discord to become part of the community. But otherwise, thank you all so much for watching. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts, and as always, I'll see all of you guys in another video.